Can a human survive a black hole? This is the question and this is the topic of discussion in today's lecture. Can a human survive a black hole? So I think you should know something about black hole. Black hole is nothing but it is a region in space where gravitational pull is so much that even light cannot escape it. Yes, means enormous gravitational pull is there. It is a region in space where densities are very high. Gravitational pull is also very high. Okay, and there are mainly two types of black holes. One is stellar mass black holes, and another one is supermassive black holes. So in case of stellar mass black holes, depending upon their masses, okay, this classification is made. So for stellar mass black holes, these black holes are smaller in size. So accordingly, gravitational pull is somewhat lower as compared to supermassive black holes. Here, the mass of the stellar mass black holes is almost 10 to 20 times the mass of our Sun. Okay, 10 to 20 times larger than the mass of our Sun. And in case of supermassive black holes, here the mass of the black holes are millions or even billions times larger than the mass of our Sun. Okay, so mainly these two types of black holes are there, and we will try to answer to this question whether a human can survive a black hole or not. That is the question. And actually there is no straightforward answer to this question. Answer is both yes and no. So let us consider first the case of stellar mass black hole. Here mass of the black hole is smaller than the mass of supermassive black holes. So when suppose you are moving toward a black hole and your feet is nearer to the black hole as compared to your head. Okay, so that way you are moving toward the stellar mass black hole. So what would happen, since gravitational pull is so much higher, so in that case there will be a difference in the gravitational pull acting on your body for your feet as well as for your head. For your feet it will be higher than the gravitational pull on your head. And since there is a difference in between the forces acting on your body at your feet and at your head, then what will happen, your body will tear apart as soon as you will cross the event horizon boundary of the black hole. And you know that since the mass of the black hole, means size of the black hole is smaller as compared to supermassive black hole, so here in this case the event horizon boundary and the center of the black hole, the distance between these two is not much higher. Okay, so what would happen, just after crossing the event horizon boundary, you would immediately reach to the singularity, point of singularity of the black hole. Means you will be destroyed. You would be destroyed immediately after crossing the event horizon boundary. Why I am saying immediately? Because the distance between the point of singularity of the black hole and the event horizon is very small in case of stellar mass black holes. Okay, that means you will be died. You will be destroyed, that means you will be died as soon as you are crossing the event horizon boundary. Now let us consider the case of supermassive black hole. What would happen there? Condition remains the same. Here also your feet is approaching first. Means the distance of your feet from the black hole is nearer as compared to your head. That way you are approaching toward the black hole. And what would happen? Here the slope of the gravitational field, for I am talking about right now supermassive black holes, here the slope of the gravitational field is somewhat gradual as compared to stellar mass black holes. And since gradual, gravitational field, slope of the gravitational field is gradual. That means what? There will be not much difference between the gravitational pulls at your feet and at your head. And since the difference between the forces is not much, so in that case, your body will not tear apart. Okay, your body would not tear apart in that case, as long as you are outside the event horizon boundary. Still, you have not crossed that boundary. Okay, but if you cross the event horizon boundary, in that case, what would happen? Since we are talking about supermassive black holes, so here in this case, there is a large distance between the point of singularity of the supermassive black hole and the event horizon. And since this distance is large, so it will take sufficient time for the human being to reach from the event horizon boundary to the point of singularity of the black hole. Means there is a chance that you will not die for several hours. You would not be died for several hours. But ultimately, your body will be destroyed due to the tidal forces or due to the gravitational pull. Enormous gravitational pull is there at the point of singularity of the black hole. So, ultimate fate is your death. In both the cases, whether it is stellar mass black hole or supermassive black hole, but in case of supermassive black hole, after crossing the event horizon boundary, there is a chance that you would survive for several hours, and after that time, you will be dead. Okay, fate remains the same. So, I have already discussed both the cases. Sorry. Stellar mass black holes as well as supermassive black holes. But one more point is there to be discussed here in this discussion, means here in this lecture. One more point is there that right now I am talking about supermassive black holes. Suppose you are approaching toward the supermassive black hole and still you have not crossed the event horizon boundary. Okay. But you are very near to you have reached very near to the event horizon boundary, but not crossed, okay? And say there is a distant observer, means that observer is located somewhere in this space, but at a safe distance. There is no effect of the supermassive black hole on that observer or any detector. A detector can be considered as an observer. Not necessarily a human being must be there to observe you, okay? Any detector may be there, means I am talking about instrument. So, what would happen for you? Right now you are very near to the event horizon boundary of the supermassive black hole. For you, time would pass normal. The speed of time with respect to you, when you are near the event horizon boundary, it would seem to be normal to you. But for the distant observer, okay, time will be slowed down for that observer. Maybe just before crossing this event horizon boundary by your body, okay, it would take several years, even centuries, means hundreds of years, just before crossing the event horizon boundary, because for the outside observer, time is slowed down. Time is slowed down near the event horizon boundary of a supermassive black hole. And this is the prediction we are making using the general theory of relativity, the principles of general theory of relativity. That means apparently we can say that for the distant observer, you would be immortal. Maybe the time is millions of years, maybe the time is billions of years, because time will be almost frozen when you are very near to the event horizon boundary. And if you can live for millions of years or billions of years, then for the human being sitting on earth, you are immortal. Same as God. Okay? Because you know that the concept in mythology is like that, God is immortal. but human beings are mortal. Anyway, so this is the prediction based on the theory of relativity, general theory of relativity of Einstein. But one more thing, this is the prediction, but that doesn't mean this is correct prediction. Okay, because what happens beyond the event horizon boundary is still not fully understood by any of the physicists. Research is going on in this field. Okay, maybe after several years, new theories will be born out of the mind of scientists. Okay, and according to that, this prediction would totally change. There may be a drastic change in the prediction, in today's prediction. Whatever I have discussed so far, it is today's prediction. But after knowing the each and everything about a black hole, maybe the physics of the black hole would totally change. Okay, so according to that, your fate will be different. Okay, anyway, so this was all about the question. So in the very beginning of this lecture, I have mentioned that the answer to the question is both yes and no. If you consider stellar mass black holes, then straightforward answer is no, because as soon as you are crossing the event horizon boundary, your body will tear apart. Means you would die. But in case of supermassive black holes, you would survive for several hours after crossing the event horizon boundary. And before reaching to the event horizon boundary, millions or billions of years may pass. Okay. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic. This is the end of this video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.